Hello, friends. I'm Bud,
And I'm Amelia.
and welcome to Staff Check-in with ACA New England, where periodically members of the ACA New England staff are going to come on here, give you some updates and insight on things that are going on in the association, the camp community, and of course, as always, pop culture. First and foremost, thank you to Camp Brain for being an ACA New England partner this year. They love their camp software. They want you to love your camp software. Hit up Camp Brain for all your questions and needs around camp software. But we're not going to talk about camp software. The first place we're going to start is Amelia. How were the season of camp tours this year?
It was great. We were out in Vermont for 2 days in September, and on Monday we went to 2 day camps in Massachusetts, and we lucked out with some beautiful October weather. It was the perfect day, maybe a little too warm for October, but the sun was shining and folks were talking all things day camp. We talked about transportation and buses, and it was really great. We had over 50 people at both events, so tons of people out there talking camp. And if you want more on that, there's a podcast episode coming out, I believe, right? And
Yes.
a couple of TikToks.
Yes, there will be more coming out on the camp tours writ large. I asked about the day camp specifically because it's the first time we did day camps. So that's super exciting to hear that those went well. I was on some camp tours myself recently. They weren't organized like you and Carrie put together. These were one-offs to help camps go out and celebrate their 100th. We had a couple of camps that were turning 100 this summer. I'm sure some more camps out there were. If you were one of them, we didn't hear from you. We'd love to engage. But ACA does have what's called the Century Club, and there is a club for camps that have been around for 100 years or more. If you're curious about that, bud at acanewengland.org. But I went up to Maine to an overnight boys and girls camp, Forest and Indian Acres. And then I was just recently out at Camp Cedar Hill, Girl Scouts of Eastern Massachusetts, friends of the family down the street. And that's also, we're going to be hosting our upcoming fall seminar. So if you're looking for the fall seminar in November, it's going to be at Camp Cedar Hill. But those camps turning 100, hearing about them and how they celebrated their 100th, what it means to their communities, it was a really special engagement for me to be able to be a part of. And once again, there will be more about that coming up in a future podcast episode in November. Podcasting is all the rage. Everybody's got a podcast right now. But something that's bigger than podcasting, probably bigger than anything else right now, I got to know, where do you stand on Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce?
Well, actually, so I'm a huge Swiftie. I went to the concert in
She is
May.
you're our resident Swiftie.
Yep.
That's why I'm turning to you.
Yes. And I actually said when Taylor and Joe broke up, I said, I think it's time for a hot athlete phase. So I am in full support of this. I think it's a great match. I think Travis Kelce is an awesome football player and very nice to look at. So I approve for her, even if this is just a PR stunt, which I'm sure, she's a smart woman. It could be, but like, hey, I hope she's having a good time.
I can't agree with you more. And so until the next staff check-in, thank you to Amelia for joining us. And as always, keep being there for one another. We're always going to be here for you. Y'all have a great day.